Hello there, my name is Anish and today I'm going to be talking about GenAlt, a free browser extension that I made for visually impaired people to finally have the same accessible internet experience as everybody else. Today, visually impaired people access the internet through a screen reader, which reads out everything on the web page to them. However, if a screen reader encounters an image, it's a little bit more complicated. If that image has alt text, which is like a text description about what's going on inside the image, then that will be read out. However, a lot of sites like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram are lacking this alt text on their images, which is really unfortunate because it means that visually impaired people cannot access them. That's where GenAlt comes into play. GenAlt is a free browser extension that will automatically check that for the given web page, are there any images that need these descriptions? If there are, then it'll use the power of AI and machine learning to generate an image description for each of these images. Simply put, if an image did not have these descriptions beforehand, or like this alt text, then it will with GenAlt. On top of that, GenAlt can deliver these descriptions in 5 different languages: English, Spanish, Portuguese, Chinese, and Japanese. This will all make a lot more sense when I demo it, so let's go do that right now.
Okay, so right now I'm inside of the folder with all of GenAlt's source code. So I zipped it all up in this file called extension.zip and just unzipped it. So this is everything that the extension needs. And so let me just load it up real quick so we can demo it. So I click on load unpacked. Yeah, select it. Okay, so now right off the bat, GenAlt is loaded up and it's installed. And immediately on installation, it'll open a new tab with this page, which contains some general information on what is GenAlt, how does it work, and any other things that you may want to know. Another thing is that GenAlt is completely automatic, so even right now it's checking for any images on this web page that don't have image descriptions and then trying to create them. So yeah, GenAlt works with virtually no setup. So let's go to let's say Twitter, because there's a lot of images, so it's probably a good place to go to try it out. So we can scroll down. So this is a pretty good image over here. So, okay, a woman in a suit holding a phone and a man in a suit. That's the caption that GenAlt generated. And now what GenAlt will do is, if I click inspect over here, it'll generate this caption and set it to this image's alt text, which is alt a woman in a suit. This was generated by GenAlt over here. And screen readers that visually impaired people use will look, whenever they encounter an image, they'll look at the image, see if it has this alt attribute over here, which it does now, and it'll say it out loud so visually impaired people can have some sort of context or background or information about what's going on in the image, which is really, really useful for them. Now, another one over here, Stephen Breyer standing at a podium with a picture of a man on it. Over here, Senator Mitch McConnell. Okay, so this was not created by GenAlt. This was originally there by the New York Times, so GenAlt will not override it. So we can try, let's close this up. We can try over here. Let's see. So it takes a few seconds just because of the fact that the AI model will take like a few seconds to generate good, reliable captions. But here the caption generated by GenAlt is a snow-covered yard with a snow-covered tree and a metal object. And, they may not be completely perfect, but they're much better than having nothing. So a group of people walking out of a plane. Now, one thing I want to show you is here, there's a pop-up in GenAlt where you can choose which language you want GenAlt to be. So right now its default is English, but if you, let's say you speak Japanese, close that up. So right now GenAlt is going to be generating some sort of text in Japanese. Okay, so yeah, so this is the caption that GenAlt gives, and that will be set to the alt text of this image for screen readers to read out. So let's say somebody wants to use I don't know, Spanish. It's pretty good. So over here, this image. Yeah, todo montaje de Joe Biden con traje y corbata. So that's the Spanish description that GenAlt has to offer. And, if GenAlt wasn't there, if I just remove this extension, let me just reload now. So this is what it is for those who, if GenAlt was not there, basically every single day for a visually impaired person, they're used to their screen reader saying something like alt event image or something like that, which is totally undescriptive, and so they don't really get to enjoy images. So this one over here, alt, it doesn't even have any text, so how are they supposed to get any information about what's inside of this image? So that's really why I wanted to create GenAlt, just to help make the internet a more accessible place for everyone. And yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. So thank you so much for listening.